This point forward build right here gets Giannis's dunking and Kevin Durant's shooting and shot creating capabilities. Like, this is one of the most unstoppable builds in this game. Honestly, it's so fun. All right, here, position, you're going to want to go power forward, but honestly, just you could go any position you wanted to. And for the height, you're going to want to go with 6'10". For the weight, I'm going to go with 218 pounds. This is going to make us a little bit faster, but while still being very strong. And then the wingspan is a little bit of a tricky one, because if you wanted better finishing, more like a Giannis type build, you'd go with higher wingspan, but if you wanted better shooting, like a Kevin Durant type build, you'd go with lower wingspan. For the wingspan, I'm going to go with 6'11". You guys are going to see the attributes. Your dunking is still insane. I could not say this is a Kevin Durant type build without getting a 92 mid-range rating. This right here, as you guys see, is going to give you so many important badges such as gold blinders, gold catch and shoot, gold deadeye, and gold green machine, as well as Hall of Fame mini magician, which is going to allow you to just create shots off the dribble in the mid-range area, which genuinely adds a whole nother dimension to your scoring and makes it so much easier for you to be able to score on this build, because people do not expect you to be taking step back mid-range shots like this, because I mean, after all, you are 6'10". As well, the 92 mid-range rating, you're getting every single jump shot in this game, and you're going to be greening basically everything. To be honest, you really didn't even need to put up your 3-point rating if you didn't want to. But you see, we're still going to get an 85 3-point rating on this build, which is so crazy. And we'll also give you bronze 83s and bronze in this range, two very important bronze badges if you want to be able to shoot in this game. Obviously, on this build right here, you're going to be cooking up in the mid-range area, and you're going to be hitting everything from 3. It does not matter if it's a shot off the dribble, off the catch, if you're contested, if you're wide open, if you're shooting from deep, you're going to be still hitting it. This right here is a stretch for a build if I've ever seen one. Also, do keep in mind that if you guys buy jump shot boost, you're going to get a 97 mid-range rating and a 93 point rating, which is honestly so crazy. If you guys are using this build and you're missing, you cannot blame your build, but what you might blame is your jump shot. So in a second, I will give you guys the jump shot that I'm using on this build right here. But really quickly, let's just hit one more 3-pointer right here. Here's the jump shot. You guys see, it's basically base Jonathan Isaac, release from Jaren Jackson Jr., release to Giannis Antetokounmpo, and then 66-34 for the blending. This right here is an amazing jump shot. I'm going to put in a jump shot video coming soon if you guys want to learn more about this jump shot, or just like learn the cue and stuff like that. Obviously, you guys already know both Kevin Durant and Giannis do have some pretty decent post moves, but more than that, that's going to give us silver unpluckable, which is going to allow us to dribble around the perimeter without getting ripped every single second, as well as Hall of Fame post fade phenom, which is a very important badge that's going to help a ton if you want to take post fades. The next rating we're going to be upgrading is going to be our standing dunk, which we're going to put up to a 90. You guys see right here, this is going to give us gold rise up, which will allow us to get standing contact dunks, and you're going to be yamming on basically everybody on this build. Obviously, if you're not in a good position, don't try to go for a standing dunk. If you're being guarded by a 7'3" center build, don't try to go for a standing dunk. But with that post control rating and that standing dunk rating, it basically makes it so that if you're ever being guarded by like a shorter build, you're basically just going to be able to bully them in the paint every single possession, just paint mash. And you'll honestly be surprised how often they try to guard you with shorter players, because when you're being guarded by the taller players, you can just cook them on the perimeter. We'll talk more about that in a second. Now, Giannis is not just a standing dunker. Obviously, he's going to have some pretty crazy driving dunk, so we're going to get an 89 driving dunk rating. This right here is going to give us silver posterizer as well as pro contact dunks off of 1 and off of 2. On the 6'10" build right here, you definitely can get contact dunks very easily. And believe me, having a high driving dunk rating is so important, because not only does it allow you to get so many good packages, but also every time you cook someone on the perimeter, you do not want to be doing the layup. As well, you guys see right here, we're going with a 70 driving layup. This is just going to give us bronze fearless finisher. We're not going to be smoking driving layups. But yeah, taking a look at these clips right here, you guys see I'm being guarded by a mascot, and I'm just yamming on this guy. It's just so easy. The fact that you're able to get posterizer on this build as well as a gold precision dunker, like genuinely, if you have not started abusing the meter yet, you need to start abusing it. It's going to take a little bit of time for you to learn how to time the meter, just like how it took a little bit of time for you to learn your jump shot. But believe me, once you do learn it, it is 100% worth it. And if you create this build right here, you're going to want to be able to get contact dunks. Believe me, it's just what makes this build so fun. I really did not think I was going to be getting contact dunks like this, and especially not this crazy of animations. Like, it's honestly kind of insane. But to be honest, the finishing is not really good enough to where you can just paint mash against super tall center builds with really good rim protection, which is why whenever I go up against someone that's like 7 foot or taller, I always cook them on the perimeter, because I'm able to get this 75 ball handling rating right here, as well as a 66 speed with ball, which is basically just going to allow you to dribble around the perimeter. Now, obviously, you're not going to be moving like Steezo, you're not going to be an absolute dribble god, but you definitely can cook up on the perimeter. And as well, you're also going to get a 75 pass accuracy, which is just going to allow you to pass very well on this build. Now, you guys have already seen clips of me dribbling on this build already, and obviously it's not anything too crazy, but you still can speed boost on this build. You still can get by your defender, you still can just create your own shot, which is generally all you need, because so many bigs in this game have no perimeter defense whatsoever. And whenever you are being guarded by someone with no perimeter defense whatsoever, you can just ISO them and cook them on the perimeter. This build is honestly just such an absolute mismatch, because you're able to cook people on the perimeter with a crazy 3-point rating, crazy mid-range rating, and then if you ever want to, you can just go to the basket, get a contact dunk. Honestly, this build's unguardable. If you guys want my dribbling animations, I'll put them on the screen right now. These dribbling animations are so good. I'm moving right along for our defensive / rebounding of this build. Now, obviously, for this build right here, we do not need super crazy defensive / rebounding, but we do not want to be getting cooked either. Right here, you guys see I went ahead and got a 78 block rating. This is going to give us bronze ink Anchor as well as Silver Chase Down Artist. If you guys are not already watching my videos, you guys will know Anchor is not super overpowered this year, but Bronze Anchor is definitely a very important badge. Like, you make sure you have at least Bronze Anchor, and then anything above that's kind of just bonus. Now, if I did have extra ratings, I definitely would go for Silver or Gold Anchor, but to be honest, my rim protection is just fine on this build. Protecting the rim with only Bronze Anchor does require a little bit more skill. Like, you need to be in a better position. You're not gonna get bailed out as often, but you're already so tall, you're not really gonna get yammed on that much unless you have like a super high dunk rating. Now after that, you're gonna want to go ahead and max out your defense rebound rating. You guys see this is gonna give you Silver Rebound Chaser and Silver Box Out Beast. And then after that, what I went ahead and did is I went and got a 58 perimeter defense rating. It's not anything too crazy obviously, but it will help with your perimeter defense a little bit. And yeah, that's basically it for the defense. This is really all you need to hold your own on the defensive end. Like right here, I'm going up against 7'3" Mascot. I'm definitely still able to protect the rim and even get steals apparently. Speaking of steals, you really should not be reaching on this build, but you still can get the occasional steal, but it's just not an ability you should really be pressing square at all with. With that being said, you're still definitely able to hold your own on the defensive end, which is really all you need for this build right here because you're such an offensive scoring threat. And then when it comes to rebounding, honestly, you're just perfectly fine. Just make sure you box out your opponent and you'll be snagging. Now, screwing down here to the physicals, you guys can basically just see it on the screen right now. Nothing too crazy. You're going to be pretty quick on this build. That's where you're getting 84 strength rating for so many important silver badges, as well as a 74 vertical and a 90 stamina rating. That way you're able to get bronze handles for days. Here's full build if you guys want to copy it. And as you guys see, it comes out as a 3-level threat, which honestly kind of doesn't make sense as a name. Please subscribe.